This summer, the members of our Vacation Bible School watched as some of the residents of the tiny little town of Dirtclod learn how to live out God's invitation to love one another. And trust me, this wasn't always easy for them. This is Miss Lily, the owner of the only store in town, and one of the few people in town that can read. Poor Miss Lily spent a lot of time worrying because her pa left town to find work so that he'd be able to pay the bills on the family farm. Waldo is a helper who sometimes makes more work for Miss Lily because Waldo is, let's just say that Waldo's not the brightest bulb in the chandelier. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He's a sandwich short of a picnic basket.
Hey, I can hear you, but I think you're insulting me. Please stop.
Sorry, Waldo, I got carried away. Where was I? Oh yes, the town of Dirtclod is being bullied by Dirty Gerald, the meanest, nastiest, smelliest, ugliest, badly dressed bully in the territory. Poor Miss Lily and Waldo were always being picked on by Dirty Gerald, and that's when the governor of the territory stepped in. Governor Goodley decided something had to be done to stop the bullying behavior of Dirty Gerald, the meanest, nastiest, smelliest, ugliest, badly dressed bully in the territory. So Governor sent Sheriff DeWright to Dirtclod to free some people from the bullying behavior of Dirty Gerald and help him change his ways, and Dirty Gerald did. A few months have passed since we last saw the people of Dirtclod. I wonder how everyone is getting on now.
Well, this is my old friend, Sheriff DeWright III. How you been doing, Sheriff?
Fine, thank you, Dirty Darrell. Well, I guess I shouldn't be calling you Dirty Darrell. I rode off into the sunset before we found out what you wanted to be called.
Well, Sheriff, I try to stick to names that begin with the letter D because I have all my hankies, pillow slips, and whatnot monogrammed with my initials still. But none of the other names like Daring Darrell or Darling Darrell or even Defluvium Darrell.
Defluvium Darrell?
Yeah, it's a nice Latin word. It means flowing hair. I thought it was. But none of the names really fit me as well as Dirty Darrell did. So, I want everyone to call me Dirty Darrell still.
Okay, Dirty Darrell. So where are you off to?
Well, I got a note from Miss Lily asking me to meet her at her store here for an important meeting with the governor.
So did I.
Well then, Sheriff, let me get the door for you.
Oh no, after you.
No, you, please.
Oh no, I insist you.
No, it would do me a great honor if you went first.
It would do me the most honor.
Please, you must go first.
No, you must.
Get your butt in there. Sorry, Miss Lily.
How are you guys doing?
How are you?
Miss Lily, is everyone here?
No. I don't see Waldo.
Where's Waldo?
Where is Waldo?
Oh, thank you, Waldo. Hey, do you want to try reading it for us?
I didn't think you could read, Waldo.
Well, I could. Miss Lily's been teaching me how to read in your spare time in Stewardship. Miss Lily learned you how to read makes you my honor hero.
Oh, Waldo, that's so nice of you to say, but I'm no hero. I just love to read, and reading is a gift that I can share with you. So why don't you go ahead and give it a try?
Okay, so let me get my reading glasses. Dear members of Dirtclod Untied Crutch.
That's really good so far, Waldo, but I think that's supposed to say Dirtclod United Church.
Well, doggies, you are right there, Miss Lily.
Can we speed this up, please? I have to get out of my snake pit and feed Dirty Darrell Jr. He's going through a growth spurt and he needs his nourishment. He's going to be python.
Patience, Dirty Darrell. Keep going, Waldo. You're doing mighty fine.
Okay. Dear members of Dirtclod United Church, you are all invited to join us for stew. All right, church is having a stew supper. I love stew. Oh, gee, I hope Dirty Darling's grandma isn't cooking.
Hey, don't you be making my grandma's cooking skills. Everyone in this here town knows that my grandma Dirty Darla's gopher chili is to die for.
Yeah, it is. And that's why whenever the undertaker needs more business, he asks my grandma to make the chili for him to church supper.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
It might be terrible to say, but people have invited me as a governor to see if I can get her to stop making that recipe. I tried to talk to her about this. She ran me off the property to embarrass squirrels.
Ah, yes, that's my grandma. She's been training those squirrels since she was a child. She's trained them to be the terror of the neighborhood.
Do you think we can get back to the letter? Sorry. Waldo, could you keep reading, please?
You're all invited to join us for stewardship. Miss Lily, what is stewardship?
That says stewardship, you doorknob.
Hey, Dirty Daryl, that's no way to talk to Waldo. Remember what you learned this summer?
Yeah, not to trust Klutzy here with my snake pit. I've had that snake pit for years, and he's the only one who's ever fallen into it. Traumatized my darling snakes for weeks after. Had to feed them goat cheese and sickness.
Excuse me, young man, but I remember at your trial people saying you've shown me kinder side. That I should give you a second chance. I'm sure not seeing that kind side right now.
You're right, Governor. I apologize, Waldo.
Thank you, Dirty Darling. But I still need to know what stewardship is.
Well, let me see if I can explain it. But first, it's actually stewardship.
Yeah, I remember when I went to Sunday school, the teachers were always teaching us that stewardship when Grandma Dirty Darling was taking to church. I think they told us that stewardship had something to do with being a caretaker or something.
That's right. As governor of this fine territory, you, fine citizens of Strathroy, I've elected me to be the steward of the government, take care of the finances, and everything that goes into running a territory as wonderful and fine as ours.
I'm confused. My daddy says the governor of our territory spends more time at the golf course and padding his expense account than does running the territory.
Whenever I go to visit my cousin Dirty Dan in the jail at Floating Falls, I meet some of the nicest politicians there. There's one called Mike, Maniacal Mike. He's cool.
Well, Miss Lily, I think Waldo and Dirty Daryl got off track again. Can you explain stewardship to them? Miss Lily? Miss Lily, you okay?
Oh, sorry. You said track, and then it made me think of when Dirty Daryl timed in the train track, and the number 8 train was coming for me.
Bring that up.
I was really scared, and I just want to thank you again for rescuing me, Sheriff.
Sheriff, do right at your service, ma'am. Now, could you please explain stewardship?
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, stewardship is believing that everything is a gift from God. This wonderful earth, all the people that we love, and our very lives. They're all gifts from God. And God has given us these gifts to take care of them. When we take care for one another and God's creation, we are acting as God's stewards, and we are all practicing stewardship.
So when Dirty Daryl felt bad about your pa losing the farm, and he gave you the money that had been saved to become a concert pianist to help you pay off the loan, for whatever the money was for to pay off the loan, that was Dirty Daryl's practicing stewardship.
Yeah, that's right.
And you taking time to teach Waldo how to read, that's stewardship too, isn't it? Because you're using a gift that God gave you, and you're sharing it with Waldo?
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. And Sheriff, I believe that when you came to Dirt Clod, and when you taught Dirty Daryl that being a bully isn't good, that you were being a steward as well, especially when you were using your gift for courage.
When you come right down to it, whenever you use our gifts, we are being God's steward, God's caretaker.
Miss Lily, I'm real confused.
And why is that, Waldo?
I thought stewardship was about stewing dumplings, and he didn't know about it. Is there any stew in stewardship?
Well, knowing our church, there will definitely be food to eat. But I think that the church is saying that they want to invite us and to come and learn more about what it means to be a steward and to practice good stewardship of God's gifts. So, because when you think about it, that's what God is asking us to do, to take care of the earth and to take care of one another. That's what stewardship means.
You know what, Miss Lily, do you remember in Sunday school when they talked about the heroes of the Old Testament?
Yes, I do.
Like Moses was a hero for working with God to free his people.
And David was a hero for showing courage in the face of a bully like Goliath.
And Samuel was a hero for listening to God's call to him, to be a leader of his people, even though he was still really young.
And And Esther was a hero because she learned to be proud of her people and for challenging the mean king. And Ruth was also a hero because she was kind and caring to Naomi, even though Naomi wasn't very nice to her.
Exactly. And I'm kind of thinking that all these heroes in the Bible have something in common.
And what's that?
That they're all good stewards. That they took care of the people around them. That they all used the gifts that God had given them. So maybe being a hero and being a good steward is the same thing. What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. And why don't we all go to Sunday school and church next week so that we can learn more about it?
Does that mean I need to take a bath? If it means I have to take a bath, I don't want to go. I don't